What's going on? Welcome, 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 in the words of John Oliver. Welcome to the Hop, the Craft Beer Podcast with Gabriel Apria and Stephen Humes.
Hello.
We are back with fresh beer drinking for you, and we're excited about it.
Yes, we are back. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us on this wonderful Thirsty Thursday. We are back. We are ready. We are eager. We are excited. And we've got another For the Cause beer this round. We're very excited. It's been a long time coming, but we finally got around to doing it. We are drinking the Brave Noise Pale Ale, the collaboration beer with a bunch of breweries and with Brianne Allen, who started the movement for Brave Noise. We have the other half version. We're very excited about it, and we're ready to get into it. So thank you guys for joining us.
Yes, sir. Long time coming. If you're not familiar with the Brave Noise beer collaboration, don't worry, we will catch you up. But it was voted Cause of the Year by the Brewers Association, I believe, last year, or Brewbound, one of them.
Brewbound.
So it's a big deal. It definitely was a big deal last year. It continues to be. And the cause is going strong. They still have breweries releasing these beers every month, and it continues through December 2022. We have the version that came out of Other Half Brewing. Other Half out of Brooklyn has been on our show twice. But today is not about Other Half. It is about the cause, as Gabe said. So we're going to talk a lot about that. Just the one beer today. Just that's it. Just one beer to drink. And
Aww.
But that's okay.
But that's all right.
That means more time for us to be stupid.
We share a brain. Love it.
So engage with the show if you haven't already at the HO Podcast on Instagram, Twitter. You can find us on there. I'm Steven. You can find me at Shakesbeerist on Instagram and Twitter. That's Gabe. You can find him.
And guys, Steven's actually posting now. It's unbelievable.
I've posted a couple times, and yeah,
wow.
It feels weird every time. Every time I post, like, if you could see the hours I spend on every post, just like, is this gonna work? Is this okay?
Just right before you click that share button, there's like a little voice that's like, no, don't do it.
It is constant, but I'm doing it. I'm trying to get better about it. So at Shakesbeerist. Gabe is at Gaberade67 on there if you want to see what he's up to.
All sorts of shit.
But we are at the HO Podcast. We're also on YouTube. We're a video product. You can find us each and every week on the YouTube. See our smiling faces. See the beers that we are drinking. See our special guests like Bob Ross. All that fun stuff is over there on YouTube. Just search for the Hop, a Craft Beer Podcast. And when you found us, you can subscribe. You can click the bell so that you get notified every time a new episode goes live. Spoiler alert, it's every other Thursday, but you'll still get a notification. And you can find us on Facebook. You can also email the show if you have requests or anything like that, beers you want to see that you haven't seen before. It's thehopod@gmail.com. Hit us up and let us know. Provide any feedback that you may have or anything like that. We will get back to you.
Let us know what breweries to hit up next. Let us know what breweries to repeat. Let us know your thoughts, desires, concerns. 5 stars would be fun. If you're feeling it, we appreciate it. We are here for you.
All right. Anything going on in your life, Gabe? Anything you want to share before we dive into some news?
This and that. The Yankees have started. The baseball season is upon us, and looking forward to it. I would love to go to more games as they are kind of in my backyard. Other than that, I'm in the process of moving, so
fun.
So I'm drinking a lot more than normal because it's a freaking nightmare, but we have the spot. All I have to do is just take all my crap from point A and put it to point B. How that's going to happen and what day that's going to happen, God only knows, but that's just me. How about you?
I'm not moving. I don't envy you. I'm doing none of those things. I went to the beach today, so I'm feeling great. And the only thing I need now is a drink. So, should we get into the news?
Might as well.
All right.
Beer news.
Okie dokie. So, what are the highlights of the week? Kind of light time for news in the beer world, I guess. We've got some outdoor dining beer to go updates in Massachusetts. Basically, it was extended. You know, these are pandemic stuff that has kind of been a holdover. One of the nice things about the pandemic, I would say, but it's kind of been extended. It was supposed to expire as of April, I guess, but now it's extended through April 1st of 2023. So that's exciting. The Mass Brewers Guild was celebrating that, so good for them.
Whee!
And then what else is going on? We got Stone Brewing. This is actually a big deal. Stone won their lawsuit against Molson Coors. Fuck you, Molson Coors. Where's our guy?
Stay thirsty, my friend.
Yeah.
I don't know
you.
why, but for some reason, I thought you were going to play Lucky Charms. And I was about to be real confused. And then I remembered, oh, we still have that guy.
No. Lucky Charms, I know I overuse it, but he's sacred. He's there for a reason. But we have the Dos Equis man. But yeah, they won the lawsuit. They're now filing an injunction to try and get them to stop producing this product in total. But meanwhile, Molson Coors is changing the packaging of their Keystone Light brand. But, you know,
Because it sucks ass.
It's just fun to see a craft beer take, you know, big beer to court and win. So good for them.
Just wipe the floor with that. We don't know if that happened, but they won. So there it is.
Been a lot of news coverage about it, but we've been talking about it a lot. So I just wanted to give the update that they won. Good for them. Good job, everybody.
Yay.
Okay, Modern Times. Let's talk about Modern Times for a hot minute. Modern Times, we mentioned on our last episode, which was 2 weeks ago, that Modern Times was considering options for their financial future, which included the possibility of them being sold. It does look like that is going to happen. They released a statement on their website, a kind of blog post stating that they expect to be sold via, quote, a court-ordered receivership sale. This is a technical legal maneuver. Basically, the bank nominates someone to oversee the sale of the business, which, why does that matter? It basically means that it's more likely, it gives Modern Times a better chance of being sold as the operation that they are, with the employees that they have and the equipment that they have and the brand that they are, rather than being, you know, broken up and, you know, selling their equipment and turning off the
Bought by
lights.
some guy who's like, I'm going to tear down the building and put in a giant carnival.
Correct. Yeah, it's just a way of it gives them more chance of kind of keeping the brand alive. So they do say they expect the process to move swiftly. They, you know, keep reinforcing that they have an amazing brand. Modern Times has been through some shit in the last 2 years, and that's not just pandemic related. We all know that. Has a lot to do with the beer we're drinking today, actually.
Yes.
But yeah, the situation is fluid over there at Modern Times, I would say. So they've got a lot going on. They you know, we've reported that they closed a bunch of their tap rooms. We've reported that the financial situation is tough for them. So they are looking at a sale. We'll keep monitoring that. Hopefully we'll have some updates, you know, soon as to what's going to happen with them and if you're still going to be able to drink their beer. But we'll see.
Well, if the bank picks a guy, I mean, I hope he at least likes beer or likes Modern Times beer, because like even if he is just a businessman, it's like, man, you gotta drink the beer, you know. So I don't know, we'll see.
Sure, I mean, it's possible they could be sold to a big beer company. They could be bought by the likes of Anheuser-Busch. You know, I don't know if Anheuser-Busch has any interest, but this is right. Where's the evil music when you need it? Yeah.
Stay thirsty, my friends.
So,
all right, moving right along. BrewDog. Yeah. So we've had some problems with, well, not just us. A lot of people have been having problems with BrewDog. And I gotta be honest, I feel like they're just making matters worse. There was a proposed reconciliation program by this company, this workplace consulting firm called Hand and Heart. They were attempting to, quote, manage a reconciliation program between the Scottish craft brewer and current and former employees who felt wronged by its alleged toxic work environment. But they have rejected the proposal and they don't want to do it. There is no discussion to return to, says Hand and Heart managing director. Basically, the brewery says they have she and all of them have accused the brewery of misleading platform practices, encouraging malicious intent, and breach of guidelines. Guys, listen, you've been through some shit. You made some wrong turns. You made some bad decisions. And now you've got somebody who's, I don't know all the ins and outs of the legal matters and what this would mean, yada, yada, yada. All I hear is reconciliation program, and they said no to it. So we've been saying this the entire time. Guys, clean it up. Figure it out.
Dude.
Get your shit in order. Brewdog. Struggling.
First of all,
we're not happy.
First of all, Brewdog, lose the attitude. Stop with. They're so defensive. Every time this shit comes up, it feels like they're like so angry and defensive about
malicious intent. Oh, really? Because all of your former employees say this is real. So yeah, they're lying.
Check the tape, Brewdog. Clean it up. Yeah,
it's annoying.
They won't be on our show anytime soon. We've said that before. We'll say it again.
Screw 'em.
All right. You want to talk about something more fun?
Please, anything.
The top 50 craft breweries by volume for 2021. We like these lists because they're fun.
Easy to read.
Yeah, well, that too. They're lists. They're basic. They're numbers that we can just get our heads around. But it's the Brewers Association that does this, and they put them out every year. It's just top 50, craft brewers by sales volume. So it doesn't mean these are the best breweries or anything. It just is really the biggest breweries. But whatever, we like it and it's fun. So the top 5 brewers were the same as the 2020 lists. In order, they were DG Yuengling and Sons. Yes, DG Yuengling, top of the list. Boston Beer Company, home to Sam Adams, coming in at number 2. Sierra Nevada at number 3. Duvel Mortgott, the sweet, sweet, sweet home of Firestone Walker and other brands, coming in at number 4. And then Shiner Box Maker, which is Gambrinus. That was number 5. All right. Number 6, we had Bell's Brewery, which took over for the Canarchy Craft Brewery Collective. Number 7 was Canarchy. Yeah, so Canarchy fell to 7. The thing about this list is you got to realize, like, when you're looking at something like Canarchy or Artisanal Brewing Ventures, these are, and Duvel Mortgott is the same thing. These are collectives, so it's a bunch of breweries in one. So, in Canarchy, you have Cigar City, you have Wasatch, you have a number, I think Founders might be in it or something in Michigan.
Let me put it to you this way. Longmont, Colorado, Tampa, Florida, Salt Lake City, Utah, Comstock, Michigan, and Dallas, Texas.
Yeah,
I couldn't see the second initial. Thank you.
Number 8 was Artisanal Brewing Ventures, which is the same situation. You've got 6 Point in there and a couple of other breweries.
Right.
Number 9 was Stone. Number 10 was Sweetwater. And the list goes on from there. You can read it if you're interested on the Brewers Association website. Some highlights
Kona
for
Brewing's
us.
On there. Good for them.
Kona made the list. North Coast has been on our show. Trogsy made the list. Let's see what else. Athletic Brewing making the list. One of the biggest selling brands with non-alcoholic beer. So it's fun. It is notable. We should point out that our dear friends over at Two Roads fell off the list. They've been on it 2019 and 2020.
Well,
and
it shows that they're not perfect, and that's
they're
okay.
not perfect. They sold less beer.
Whatever.
Yeah, it's just fun. It's not much news-wise, but, it's there on the Brewers Association website if you want to take a look, and it just gives you a sense of what breweries are doing well, I guess. They do make a point of saying that craft brewer volumes increased by 8% overall last year. So that's a good thing for the beer industry.
Hell yeah.
But then again, Modern Times is on this list, and Modern Times is clearly not doing well. So I don't know. Maybe
they're on the struggle bus for sure.
Maybe it doesn't tell us anything, but it's
now normally we would have This Week in Gross. Today we have This Week in Bite Me, Daddy. Yes? No?
Yay!
Thoughts?
We'll workshop it. We'll keep that. This Week in I'm speechless. This week in
Turn the Fuck Up. Let's go.
This is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. Yeah.
All right.
Denver, Colorado.
Oh,
River
back
North
at
Brewing.
it. Back at it. River North Brewery is releasing a 20% ABV barrel-aged double, however you say that word. Avarice?
Avarice. I think that's the title.
Great.
But let's just say that again. 20% ABV barrel-aged double. Well, let's call it a stout. But Michael?
Bang!
There he is.
Exclamation point!
There he is.
All right. So this thing, it's for their 10-year anniversary. They've done it once again. The bottle has a bloodshot eye on it, and it looks intimidating, and it makes me want to try it. They're calling it their phenomenal imperial stout, impressive barrel character. Put it in a barrel with Gabe and Steven. Amen. They're doing everything right, and we're looking very forward to. I don't know
if we'll ever.
I was just about to say, I was going to say finding it, but like God knows we probably won't, which
But
sucks.
if you're in Denver, apparently it's dark, it's roasty, it's malty, it's heavy, and it's got complex flavors that they note, including toffee, figs, prunes, and bourbon. It's warming. They call it velvety. It's the kind of beer we live for and love. So if you're in Denver, Colorado, get your hands on this bad boy, because River North Brewery is doing something dark and dangerous, and it deserves to be celebrated immediately.
Aged for a year in straight bourbon barrels, this imperial stout is intensely smooth and enjoyable as a sipping beer at such a high gravity. Damn straight, River North.
I mean,
Amen.
I want to play Mike again, but it feels excessive, so I won't. But
I got this.
Touchdown! Unbelievable!
When Mike is overused, we turn to Joe.
Joe.
Alrighty. Let's go to a beer that is not like that at all, but is going to be very delicious. I don't know where to go music-wise. I guess we'll just...
Steven has a toast, and he does not know where to go music-wise.
Let's just go with the classics here.
The Cats? No? Okay.
Not today.
Not today.
Not for this. I don't know about that. All right. This is a poem called Respect by Melissa Studdard. Because her body is winter inside a cave. Because someone built fire there and forgot to put it out. Because bedtime is a castle she's building inside herself with a moat and portcullis and buckets full of mist. Because when you let go the reins, horses tumble over cliffs and turn into moths before hitting bottom. Because their hooves leave streaks of midnight in the sky. Because stuffed rabbits are better at keeping secrets than stopping hands. Because when the world got shoved up inside her, she held it tight, like a Kegel ball, and wondered at the struggle Atlas had carrying such a tiny thing on his back. And I want to end it with a quote from our girl herself, Brienne Allen at Rat Magnet. She's been interviewed a lot about what she did, which was what we're going to talk about. But this was one quote that I found. She said, "I feel like everyone's sitting around waiting for one person to make a change, and they don't realize that it's not sustainable. We all need to be working towards the same goal together." And
Amen.
that is the
Absolutely.
brave noise.
That's the whole premise, pretty much. I mean, that's the truer words have never been spoken. So, Brienne, thank you for the movement. Other half, thank you for your version. And I'm very excited that we are fortunate enough to be able to A, get this beer, and B, do it on the show.
Yeah, let's get at it. So we have it here. It's the Brave Noise Pale Ale. That's what it is. The recipe is a pale ale. This is one of those situations you may be familiar with. If you're not familiar with Brave Noise, you may be familiar with Black is Beautiful. We've also talked about Curtain Up quite a bit. But there are a lot of these, and what breweries do when they want to support a cause, one major way to do it is to have a kind of open recipe that can be sent to anybody, and breweries sign up. And then they get the label, they get the logo, They get
put
the
their
recipe,
spin on it.
They can put their spin on it, and then they brew it and they donate proceeds to causes. So that's what this is. This is Other Half's version, but generally speaking, across the board, this is a pale ale. So right there, you see less experimentation with this than I think we did with Black is Beautiful. Black is Beautiful being a stout, lent itself to imperial stouts and a lot of flavor experimentation.
What was that thing that one of the breweries put in? Dulce Leche?
Oh, yeah, the caramel, the Dulce de Leche one.
Dulce de Leche. They put that in, and we were both like, whoa. But yeah, I mean, it's, it's kind of a basic, simple sort of beer, but I feel like at the same time, might be easy to make. So it could be just like a quick thing for breweries, but more importantly, everyone wants to be involved in the movement, which is so great. And we'll talk about it as we go on, but there are a lot of breweries that are involved in this, which is fantastic.
Yeah, it's a crowd-pleasing beer. It's one that, it's not too polarizing. So I think that lends to the cause. But Other Half's version, it is 4.5% ABV. Beer Advocate has not rated it. Untapped has it at 3.75. It's slightly hazy, sort of a pale straw yellow color on the SRM chart. I would put it around the 3, I think, in there, maybe a 4, but it's very light yellow, lots of straw.
Yeah, around that area. I might be going ahead a little bit, but it smells like a dank IPA.
It does smell very hoppy and citrusy. Yeah.
For a pale ale, I was not expecting that. For 4.5% pale ale, I was like, whoa. So, I mean, color me impressed. I'm very much looking forward to this. Yeah.
Yeah, poured with a good bit of ivory foam that has a little bit of retention. I mean, it collapsed, but it's got some lingering sort of suds on top of it. Not too much lacing, kind of cascades down the glass pretty quickly, but the foam is there, and it's sort of white or eggshell. From the brewery, we put an Other Half spin on the global Brave Noise beer collaboration recipe using a dialed back version of our HDHC treatment. I don't know what that means. Maybe that's one of their beers. Brewed with Mosaic and Sabro hops, Mosaic Cryo and Sabro Incognito to punch up the tropical notes.
Yeah, most of the reviews I read online were very much like tropical flavors, and I thought, good, but also interesting. So let's see what that's about.
HDHC is an acronym to denote this combo, and it stands for high density hop charge due to the extra hopping rate.
Oh my God.
That's something that they use for their Imperial IPA over at Other Half, and I guess that they did it for this pale ale. So that's cool. So yeah, the nose is way more tropical than, like, you might go into it thinking pale ale, I'm going to get straw and hay, it's going to be kind of a Pilsner type
that's
situation.
What I thought it was going to happen.
Sure. And no. Mango, orange, grapefruit pie.
I'm happy about that. This was not what I was expecting at all, and it smells like a dank IPA, and it probably won't be that strong, but at the same time, when those flavors can come forward, it makes up for it. You know what I mean? Like, you can make a beer in and of itself, even at such a low ABV, which is fine.
Yes. Also, there's an earthiness to this. There's a little bit of something peppery underneath it. Definitely the hay is there. Like, the malt is present. It's not so hoppy or so juicy that you lose those things, which is expected, I think, with a pale ale as opposed to an IPA. I wouldn't be surprised if these things are more on the nose than on the taste, and also there's just going to be more malt underneath, rather than it just being a hop bomb or a hop show the whole time.
For sure. I trust Other Half. They are very good. They have been on our show twice now, round 43, and their own episode on round 87. Go check them out. They're very good. They opened up a new brewery in Brooklyn. Gonna go visit that soon. But yeah, if anyone's gonna dip their toe in the water, I'm with Other Half. So
let's do it. Let's drink the beer. Here we go. Brave Noise. Support the cause. Let's get at it.
Support everyone involved. Support Brianne Allen and what she's done. Thank you very much.
Yep. Here we go. So yeah, I mean, yeah, it's
what you just said.
It's an IPA with it's a more drinkable IPA. It's crushable as hell. The flavors are there. Yes, the flavors are there. You get the kind of orange juice thing. You
There's
get that
a little
mango.
bit of sweetness right off the bat. Like as soon as you start sipping it, I feel like the sweetness comes forward rather than like hiding in the back end. I feel like the back end I'm getting mostly like that hoppy flavor. Not a lot of bite, but that's okay. But a little bit of sweetness coming forward, and I'm into that.
Yeah, the bite is subtle. There is that sort of orange peel or grapefruit peel thing, that sort of musky thing. Just in the back end. That's what the bitter takes the shape of. It's not a bite. It's not dank, like you said. It's definitely subtle. But the flavors are just, it's all very muted. And the mouthfeel is crisp and clean. It's easy to drink, very smooth. Drinks almost like a Pilsner, but with a little bit more tropical
I
flavors.
feel like the flavors are more on the nose than on the taste. And because we were talking about the Yankees earlier, I think this would be great at a ball game.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's certainly an upgrade from whatever you're drinking at the ball game. I'll say that for sure.
Damn straight, yeah.
But it's crushable as shit. I mean, I am like ready to shotgun the rest of this and pour me another one because it's like it's very, very easy drinking.
I mean, I mean, okay, we can do that, Steven.
I don't have another one.
I do.
Oh, good for you.
Shotgunning. I can't shotgun right now. It calls a mess. I have to clean up. It's like a whole thing.
Please don't shotgun a 16-ounce Brave Noise
on the mic.
It would just be disrespectful.
No, my God, are you kidding me? I would get hate mail and I would deserve it. All right, so let's talk about Brave Noise. Let's talk about the movement. Let's talk about everything that goes into this beer. Right off the bat, so April is Sexual Assault Awareness Month. Another reason why, we figured we should definitely drink this in April in support of that. This basically was a movement that was started by Brianne Allen, formerly of Notch Brewing. On Instagram, she is at Rat Magnet. She basically posted an Instagram post and story, and it went viral. And it basically just asked everyone out there, have you ever experienced sexism in the brewing industry in your workplace? And everyone came forward and it started blowing up, and it just created this movement, all because, one person decided to speak out and say enough is enough. And we are so in support of this. We wanted to give the proper light and the proper notes to this beer and to the movement and everything involved. And that is how it started. How it started versus how it's going. How it's going is they got a beer out of it, and a bunch of breweries are involved, and it's really dope. And all the proceeds are going to organizations and nonprofits that support this cause, and it's really great to see.
Yep. So behind me on YouTube, I should say, this is Notch Brewing. This is the tap room where Brianne Allen was working at the time. I don't actually think she was here. I think they were constructing a new facility somewhere, so I'm not sure that it was. This is the Notch Brewing Salem tap room, but
in the summer, that would be fun sitting outside.
It's very nice. But this is where it all began. This is not other half, but yeah, it was a thing that just like took off really hard. I mean, if you look back at just her Instagram posts from the days I just remember her even making statements that she was just getting flooded with DMs, that she was just, and eventually another Instagram was set up to kind of take the weight off of her because it was understandably becoming very
I mean, if you look at her Instagram, the first thing you see is her name, and then in big bold letters it says, these are not my stories, these are people that have told me, because she doesn't want to put words in everyone's mouth. But a lot of people came forward, and there was sexism, there was racism, there was homophobic remark. I mean, there was everything wrong with what could be, and it all came forward, and it all shed light on a problem that the brewery industry has been facing since day one.
Yeah, and this is not unique to the brewing industry, but it was just something that had not been addressed in the brewing industry as much as it had. People refer to it as the brewing industry's Me Too movement, which I don't love that phrasing because I feel like the Me Too movement was not specific to any industry or shouldn't have been, but this was really.
True.
They call it a bevolution, is how they phrase it.
Yes.
But it led to, there was a lot of breweries affected by this, including breweries that have been on our show. Boulevard, Night Shift, Modern Times, of course. Lord Hobo comes up again and again. I've read a lot of these accusations, and it led to, people, CEOs stepping down. It led to breweries making changes, rightfully so, but it was a big deal, and it still is a big deal. And so the beer is an extension of that. It's, as Gabe said, it's doing very well. As of this recording, 257 breweries have signed on to participate. This includes breweries from 38 U.S. states, as well as breweries in Canada, the UK, New Zealand, and Australia.
Hell yeah.
Let's just, from the Brave Noise website, Brave Noise is a global collaborative effort to provide inclusive and safe environments for women, BIPOC, and LGBTQIA+ throughout the beer industry. By brewing this beer, your brewery is standing in solidarity with those who shared their stories about mistreatment and who are survivors of gender discrimination, racism, sexual assault, and harassment within the beer industry. By standing with us now, you are part of the movement for change that is long overdue in beer. That's what is put out to the breweries that want to participate. And in order to participate,
this was my favorite part about reading about how to participate, because it holds everyone accountable just right up there. It just shows you what it is. You can explain.
Yeah, so breweries are required to submit their code of conduct through the Brave Noise website, bravenoisebeer.com. They're also required to make this publicly available online through their website, through a QR code and or signage at the physical location. And they are required to commit to the long-term work, make a donation to verified non-profit organization. There are some suggestion ones that the Brave Noise website includes, which are stuff like the Safe Bar Network, RAINN, Infinite Ingredient, Dandelion Initiative, the Drinks Trust, Hospitality Action, and more. Breweries can also, if there's like regional ones that are specific to them, they can submit it through the Brave Noise website, and it will be reviewed and verified, at which point they can donate to that as well. So,
right.
Brave
and
Noise.
They all have, if you're on YouTube, you can see it, but if not, they all have the QR codes on the cans. That is you can scan it to see the code of conduct. I believe every single can, regardless of brewery, has one. So they're all front and center being held accountable, which is great.
Yeah, I was just going to say, Brave Noise has done a great job of making sure that this is not just something breweries can do for show, that there is accountability here.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you can't just jump on this and be like, hey, look, we gave back. It's like, oh, yeah, we'll prove it. And, it's surprising, and it shouldn't be. They should be, you should be able to show your code of conduct and know that this will go toward the movement you signed up for. Like, if you want to be a part of it, then be a part of it, Yeah,
and I feel like that is something that this initiative is sort of able to do because of the nature of what it is that Black is Beautiful couldn't quite do, because it's just a different kind of cause that we're talking about here. But this is specifically advocating for a change within the beer industry. And so Brienne, in addition to her work with the beer, she's been an advocate for, for updating these codes of conduct, for making brewery workers, staff, bar staff, people that work there aware of the resources that are available to them through organizations like the Brewers Association, which as a trade association does have a code of conduct that was updated after this happened, which we talked about. Yep. And they also have a complaint form through the website that anybody can use to submit complaints. If you feel that the HR at your place of employment is not taking these complaints seriously, you can take it to the Brewers Association. And Brian Allen has been a big advocate for that as well.
Yeah, so. It really is insanely awesome. And you said it earlier, by Brewbound, they won this beer/movement won the 2021 Cause of the Year award. It was given to Brienne Allen, but it was also given to 3 other people who were a part of this, helped her get the collaboration going, and kind of have their own sort of branch or own sort of role of what they do within this organization. Those people those people to know are Ren Navarro, Ash Elliott, and Jen Blair, along with Brienne Allen. So thank you very much. And yeah, it's going strong. Definitely check out the site because there's, the video on that award, but there's also the video on how it started, and there's an interview. I think they have it's like an hour-long interview where they just talk about this stuff and talk about how it affects everyone. They have a list of organizations that are nonprofits that have joined them, collaborated with them, you can give back to, things like that. And then they have the beer and the movement, which is great.
Yeah, and you can read more about the initiative if you're interested. It has been featured in, a number of news. It's been covered a lot by everything from, Brewbound to NPR to Bon Appetit magazine, the Boston Globe, VinePair covered it. We've covered it, but they also did Good Beer Hunting did an extensive podcast on it that Brienne Allen was on, I believe, back when it started. So if you're interested in hearing more about it, you can refer to that.
And the other thing is, follow her at Rat Magnet.
Yes.
She's got a lot, she's that's the other thing. I mean, she's involved in this, and then she's also still, I believe she's still brewing, doing her thing. I'm not sure if she's with Notch Brewing still or if she's doing other things, but
the best
she's been busy.
Tell from stalking her Instagram is that it seems like she might be setting up her own spot, maybe, or something.
Yeah.
Or she's still working in the industry. That's what she does, but she's not with Notch Brewing anymore. She took
Spoiler alert. She's got her own plate. No, we don't know that.
Yeah, we don't know. But
that's cool.
The
though.
list of some of the breweries that have been on it that have also been on our show, I just wanted to throw out there just because I like it. And it includes Collective Arts up in Canada, Deschutes, Other Half,
of
Allagash, BB Co. That would be Burlington Beer Company. Cape May Brewing, Green Bench Brewing, Lawson's Finest Liquids, Love City Brewing out of Philly. We loved it there. Mast Landing, Second Chance, Stone, Trillium, and Uinta. There's also, as I said, there's a list of more than 300 homebrewers, and I went down this deep rabbit hole because the homebrewers list, it's on their website. You can see, the homebrewers that are there, and a lot of them will just say no name. Like, they don't really have companies because they're just homebrewers. So some of it'll just be their names. Some of it'll just be their handles. But one of them was Kyle Mooney. And
hell yeah.
I can find no evidence to back this up. But if Kyle Mooney from SNL is a homebrewer, I need him on the show. I need more information. I need to try his beer. It might just be a different Kyle Mooney. I know this is a long shot. But I'm just throwing it out there that was brought to my attention. And
yes, it would be amazing if it was really him. If it's not him and the Kyle Mooney that is the home brewer, if it's not the SNL guy, on behalf of the Hop, our bad, man, because I'm sure all day, every day, people are like, "Are you?" It's like, no, I'm not the Kyle Mooney.
That guy. It just, something about it seemed to fit. When I pictured Kyle Mooney from SNL, I was like, I could see that guy brewing beer.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, like in a basement or something, with Lauren. Why not?
With Lauren.
Side note, on the list of homebrewers, I did read all of them. As you said, sometimes some it's just like an Instagram handle, some it's a brewing company, and then some it's just a person's name. There's literally a name. It's first and last name, but there's one on here. It just says Mike. Mike who? Don't know. But
we don't know.
That Mike, if you're the home brewer, Mike,
good work, man.
Good work, my man. Yeah, I just thought that was funny. But yeah, Kyle Mooney, who knew?
Might be him, might be a not funny guy. We don't know. It won 2021 Cause of the Year, as we said, by Brewbound. That was given to Brienne, along with a few others that helped start this initiative: Ren Navarro, Ash Elliott, and Jen Blair. And as I said before, it's had an international impact at this point. So breweries have through December 22 to release the beer. It was originally, I think, April of this year, or maybe October.
Yeah, they extended it. Yeah.
They extended it, but they do want it all done by December 22. And they said the reason being that if they keep the releases within a set time frame, they can, quote, make the loudest noise possible. So that's the idea.
Amen.
So,
yeah, it would be nice if we all just, did what was right. But this collaboration is a good thing, a good reminder of cleaning it up, as we always say. And we're here for it. And the beer's good.
The beer is good. I'm really happy with it.
Cherry on top.
Yeah. Can you imagine if it sucked? But it's just a crowd pleaser. When you're doing a beer collaboration like this, you don't want to do like a kettle sour or something that certain people are going to like, certain people are going to really hate. It's a crowd pleaser, and it's a good version. This is a good version of it, but there are plenty out there. And the bottom line with these beer collaborations is, we've said it before, but if you see it, just buy it. It doesn't even matter if this is your kind of beer. Just buy it. Just support the cause. That's the least you can do as a beer consumer when you're walking through the aisles and you're looking at what beer should I get. If a brewery participated in Brave Noise, just spend the $15 on a 4-pack and bring it home, or $3 to $5 on a can and just bring it home, support the cause.
Yeah, split it with your friends if you don't want it all. Give it to someone as a gift. I don't know, but the proceeds will go to good causes, and they're causes we need to give back to. So do it, be a part of it, and while you're at it, or make your own 6-pack and get, a Brave Noise and a Black is Beautiful, and then 4 of your normal go-to beers. Perfect.
And just to not completely ignore the fact that it was brewed by someone, Other Half Brewing, Gabe mentioned it, but they're out of Brooklyn. They did just open a new spot. They're a great brewery. We love them. We've had them on the show twice. So congrats on joining the 3-Timers Club. I don't know many breweries that have reached that point.
I think they might be the only ones. Yeah. Wow.
Or one of them. But they were first on our Brooklyn episode back on round 43, and then they had their own episode on round 87. So if you want to hear about that operation, check those out.
Please do. We would love that.
Gabe, any final thoughts on this pale ale before we...
I really like it. I want it. I feel like it doesn't need to be said, but I'm going to say it anyway. We're not just saying this. We would be honest if the beer was bad. I genuinely like this beer. I think it is more flavorful on the nose than the taste. It's very easy to drink. This is basically water to us, which is fine. But again, it does have enough to be like, oh yeah, this is solid. It does have enough to want to drink more, want to go in for a second sip, want to drink at the ball game, go Yankees. I mean, it is just a great beer, and I'm for it. Obviously, we would want the ABV to go up, but we can't have all of it. We can't have everything in this world, right?
This beer is so crushable. It's very good. I mean, I think that the treatment that they did with the Mosaic and Sabro hops first, and then the Mosaic Cryo and Sabro,
hoppy,
that it definitely gives it a flavorful. Some pale ales can just be so much like drinking water, and this is very flavorful, very enjoyable. Really good representation of the style, and it is like drinking water to us, but that might be more of an us problem than
oops. And the can popper, the can top is blue. That doesn't happen a lot, and that makes me happy because it's my favorite color. Anyway,
you know why it makes me happy?
What?
Yes. Because Big Bertha gets to...
Big Bertha? Is that what you're going to say?
Gets to roll across the screen.
Yeah.
That is a perfect transition into the Bob Ross moment. Y'all ready for this?
Can Art and Crafts.
Hey, how you doing? This is another great edition of Can Arts and Crafts. Did you know Bob Ross was from Brooklyn, dude? I didn't know that. I don't really know if he's from Brooklyn, but for these purposes, he is. Anyway, we're doing the other half version, and they're out of Brooklyn, so I talking like this. All right, Brave Noise. We got big, bold blue letters. I love it. It's my favorite color. Clearly, look at me. I'm covered in blue. Here we go. Brave Noise, Pale Ale. There's a lot of like eye-catching lines, blue lines that are coming out of it. It kind of looks like a big blue sun, but there's big and it's bold and it's brave and it's got the name in it, so it's kind of perfect. Obviously, I wish the ABV was higher, but who gives a shit? We're talking about Can Arts and Crafts right now, and I think it's fucking beautiful, bro. And what other score am I gonna give it? I mean, what score are you gonna give it, Steven? Actually, we got some time. Hey, Steven, what score are you gonna give it right now? Go ahead.
10 out of 10.
Exactly, damn right. That is absolutely correct. It's a 10 out of 10. It's no more, it's no less. It's absolutely perfect for a can art. You can spot it from a mile away. As Steven said earlier, just buy it, you sons of bitches. Don't be an asshole. Just buy it at the store because it's for a good cause. Bob Ross is here. He's Brooklyn as hell. I actually don't know where he's from. We're going to look that up later. But anyway, that's another great edition of Can Arts and Crafts. Now get out of here, you son of a bitch. Where he's from.
Bob Ross is from he's from Daytona Beach, Florida. So,
damn it.
So you couldn't have been wronger. I bet he didn't sound like that.
God, no, he did not. No, he did not.
I've never heard him talk.
You've
I've never watched.
You've never seen? No, I haven't. I didn't watch the show, but you've never seen like videos of him being like, "We're gonna paint a little tree right here."
I've never really paid much attention. I mean, Bob Ross came into my life as a concept primarily in the first season of Euphoria. and it
because of Maud.
And now that is
Maud Apatow, yeah.
And now he's twerking on my podcast every other week.
Listen,
so
what are we going to say no?
And listen, if you've only listened and you've never watched the show on YouTube, I did say that right. I didn't stutter, and you don't know what you're missing. Check us out on YouTube. The graphics are amazing.
He does twerk. It's eye-catching every time I see it.
It's some of the best content that you can find on the internet.
It's better than us, honestly. If you want to just watch it for that, we get it. I completely understand.
What I love about a one beer episode is that we might actually finish in time. Every week I try to get it in under an hour. So we might actually do it. So let's do the most hop last call of all time.
It's like God said, I got you, boys.
Last call.
So, woo! Gabe, you wanna take this one?
I mean, it's perfect for us. Here we go. Seth Beer. His last name is Beer. He is a rookie for the Arizona Diamondbacks. Hit a game-winning walk-off home run on National Beer Day. His day, pretty much. A day dedicated to him. They were going up against the Padres. It was opening day. He crushed a homer into center field, left field, one of those fields. But basically, it was gone. See ya, baby, see ya. And Seth Beer won the game on National Beer Day. After the victory, fans were chanting his name as he ran the bases. He told ESPN it was a surreal feeling. It's still a dream. Amen. You're a rookie and you hit a walk-off and your first game is in the major leagues. Not too shabby. The Yankees are going to have a run for their money. And the Arizona Diamondbacks posted a couple photos that day with the caption, "Hold my beer." Amen. It was perfect. He had a great time. They also uploaded a video, and in the background, it paid homage to the one and only Stone Cold Steve Austin because he was talking about how much beer he drinks.
Give me a hell yeah!
Woo!
Forever in our soundboard. Thanks, El Segundo.
This is the most beer. This is the best last call for us.
I know there's layers of it. I mean, the fact that it happened on National Beer Day, that the guy's name is Beer,
It's insane. It's like the stars aligned.
And then the Stone Cold Steve Austin thing is just like a bonus. It's just like a little like he happens to be in our soundboard, and it's just like a little like cherry on top. And it's sports. I mean, it's the worst sport, but it's a sport.
Shots have been fired, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, I don't want to talk about it because I've already talked about it on this podcast a lot. Like baseball, I think we can all agree as a well. You know what? You know what? I take it back, and I'm about to fire some real shots right now. It's not the worst sport. Soccer's the worst sport because that shit is boring.
Oh, no, Steven. Steven, you sure you want to say that?
I know, but I'm sorry.
God.
I'm sorry, Oscar, if you're listening. I'm sorry.
Oscar's going to... I was just thinking of him. He's going to be pissed. Oscar, I'm with you. I like soccer.
Yeah, well, he won't know what I'm talking about because I didn't call it football, but it's... It's a terrible sport. But baseball is a close second. Look, guys, speed
it's just
it up.
Slow.
It's slow. It's boring. But it's what we have, and that's what sucks about this time of year is we have no more football. We now have no more basketball, sort of. The NBA is still going on. But
the playoffs start on the 16th, and the Raptors are in. Let's go!
March Madness is over, though, and my bracket had a 91% in the end. Let's go. Fuck you, Duke.
There you go. That's sick.
But... baseball's the worst sport, but I have Formula One, so that there's that going for it. But I'm distracted from the story. The story is baseball related and beer.
The story is Seth Beer hit a walk-off on National Beer Day, and I mean, they might as well just name. They might as well give him the day.
Yeah.
You know how sometimes mayors will like name like a player like okay, so. August 24th, 8/24 is Kobe Bryant Day. He wore both those numbers, 8/24. You know what I mean? Like, so April 7th should be Seth Beer Day. It's already National Beer Day. So it's pretty epic. But yeah, I thought it was awesome. I thought it was perfect for us. I feel like I saw the article and I just went,
Sometimes we search far and wide for these last calls, and sometimes the universe just says, You've looked enough, or look no further.
Sometimes we search far and wide, and we're like, we can't find anything, and it's like, all right, well, this animal was screwing with these people, and this is kind of funny.
Yeah.
And then other times we try to go on brand, you know, for St. Paddy's, we talked about the president of Ireland.
By the way, did you hear about the fox?
What does the fox say?
There was a fox in D.C. that was like
messing with Joe.
No, it was like running around, and it was like it bit a bunch of people. It was like going crazy. It turns out it was rabbit. It like bit a congressman.
Oh no! Uh-oh.
Yeah, there was a loose fox. But
is that congressman going to turn into a fox now? Is that how it works?
I'm not sure which congressman it was, and I don't want this to turn political.
Yeah. What? Let's be careful. But like, is that what happens when a rabid animal bites and don't you turn into that animal?
I think you have to get a shot or something. I don't know. I don't know how it happens. But you know, I didn't know this, and this is dark, but whatever.
Let's go there.
In order to test if the animal is rabid or not, they have to kill it. Like, they can't run this test any other way. It has to be dead. So
I feel like that's an oversight.
I feel like someone should fix that. I mean,
right. Like, I feel like if you just like bound its hands and legs and just like keep it, you know, spread out, then you can, I don't know, what do they take the blood or something?
I don't know why it has to be dead, but I feel like someone should adjust that, and like, because what if you kill it and it's not rabid, and then you're like, it was just having fun.
If an animal is like, and it's foaming at the mouth and it tries to bite everyone in sight and it's got death in its eyes, I think you can go ahead and just assume it's rabid.
Well, I think if it was foaming at the mouth, they would have assumed, but I don't think it was foaming. I don't know. I've distracted from the story.
I'm a big fan of it. Yeah, we started talking about baseball, and now we're talking about rabid foxes in DC. Where has the time gone? We've also been drinking, so that helps. But be nice to animals. I'm a big animal lover, and I don't know how to give back in that sense. It's probably some organization I can join, but I can't because I'm doing this shit. Ugh.
Because you're busy with the hop. Well, yeah, I think that's as good a note as any to leave off on. But I think that on the subject of being nice to animals, also be nice to people. And
Yes.
the point of the beer collab is still the same. And I want to repeat the quote that I said earlier, which is, Brienne Allen said, "Everyone's sitting around waiting for one person to make a change. They don't realize that that is not sustainable. We all need to be working towards the same goal together." The Brave Noise Beer Collab is about creating safe workspaces for people, which seems like it should be very obvious, but apparently isn't and wasn't. So
that should be first, but okay, I guess we'll try to fit it in now.
It's the easiest thing in the world to support. The beer industry has a lot of work to do on a lot of levels, which is something that we've been talking about since the day we started this podcast, and we can only hope that it gets better. And as beer consumers, our job is to support causes like this, and also to, you are, this is something I can say to listeners of this podcast, you go to your local breweries. So as they say on the Brave Noise Beer website, you are the eyes and ears at those breweries. If you see something that isn't right, if you see something that's inappropriate, you can use that Brewers Association form as well. You can report it. You can help be the change as well. So be that. Try to be that and make the beer industry better.
Absolutely. Let's all get back to a sense of community that we've all come to appreciate, know, and love. And let's just invite everyone instead of just a select few.
This podcast has always been about being informative, entertaining, and inclusive. And I think that word has special resonance with this particular beer. So with that,
absolutely.
Thank you.
Brienne Allen, thank you again.
Yeah.
We appreciate you. Thank you to the others who helped her do this. This has been great. It's a great beer. I'm so glad I have one more.
And we're going to get out of here. We'll be back in 2 weeks with something new. Till then, drink good beer. Be well.
Bye, guys.